Hello everyone. In this video, we will be solving exercise 1.3. Before starting with the questions, we have to understand few concepts. What we will do is we will understand few concepts and then we will start with that particular sums. Okay, let's begin. What used to happen when we have completed our 10th standard, in that we used to see whenever x square is equal to 4, what we used to write, x can be is equal to plus or minus 2. If suppose x square is equal to 9, we used to write x square is equal to plus or minus 3, because square of plus 3 will also become 9 and square of minus 3 will also become 9. So there was not a problem. When problem started, when x square is equal to, we wrote minus 9. The problem was that square of any number cannot be negative. Like if you do square of minus 2, it will become 4. Square of minus 3, it will become 9. But we have to get minus 9 by squaring some number. So how can we get it? What happened is, we can write this x is equal to taking root on both the sides. So root here and root here also minus 9. So this square and root gets cancelled. We all know that. But now solving root of minus 9 was a problem, and we know that we can write it as minus 1 into root of 9. We can obviously write it. Root 9 we can convert into 3, but the problem happened that what shall we do of minus 1? Minus 1 under root minus 1 we were not able to solve. So there came a mathematician, Euler, who said that we can assume I is equal to root of negative 1. It made everything so easy that now I could write this answer as 3 of I. Very simple. Then if I is equal to root of negative 1, we can say I square is equal to negative 1. Simple enough, because taking square on both the sides. Now understand this thing, that if I he has introduced, what is I? I means, the full form is iota, you can say, and it has been described as an imaginary number. Imaginary number. Remember, it is not a real number, it is an imaginary number. Now, if it is an imaginary number, why are we learning this now? See, if our question asks us root of negative 16, how can we write it? We know that root of negative 1 is I, and then root of 16 will become 4. So we can write it as 4i. That's why we are learning this right now. Understand? By introducing this imaginary number, how it became very helpful is, the concept of complex number came into picture. Complex number. Now what is complex number actually? See, in complex number they want to say it is an sum of real plus imaginary number. Real plus imaginary number. Now we already know, if they are talking about imaginary number, it means there would be this iota. And what is real number? See, real number are everything we already know, 3, 4, negative 3, root of 3, not root of negative 3. Root of 3 or root of 57 or 65, whatever number it is, minus 2, everything are real number. When it will become imaginary? Whenever there is I with it. So it will become imaginary. Now see, complex number is equal to real plus imaginary number, and they denote complex number from Z. Real number, if I am saying A, then imaginary number, they are saying if you put I, it becomes imaginary. Whatever is with I, let it be IB. So your complex number becomes Z is equal to A plus IB. Now if this is our complex number, see, our first question is evaluate the following. What is happening? First question, they are asking root of negative 9 multiply root of negative 4, what will it become? Now we already know that I square is negative 1. Now how will we solve it? See, the very first part, we can say, see, root of negative both side is there. Root of 9 will become 3i, root of 4 will become 2i, and there is multiplication. So 3 2s are 6, 6i square, and you can write it as minus 6. This is how we will solve our first question. Now checking the second part, root of negative 9 and negative 4. So we can write it as 9 4s are 36. So root of 36, this can be written as 6. Simple enough. Now, point number 3. Root of negative 25, root of 25 will become 5 and root of negative it will be I. Now root of 16 will be 4. So you can write 5 4s are 20, 20I. Very simple. Now see the fourth part. 3 multiply root of negative 16. See, root of negative will become I. Very good. Root of 16 will be 4. Okay. Like that, root of negative 25, I can say 5I. Multiplying all these, 5 4s are 20, 23s are 60, 60I square. And we know that I square is negative 1. So 60 into negative 1, it will become minus 60. Solving fifth point, root of negative 16 will become 4I plus 3 of root of this 25 will become 5I plus root of negative 36 will become 6I minus 625 will become 25I. Very simple. Now solving this, 4I plus 15I plus 6I minus 25I. 4 plus 15, 15 19, 20 25 and it will become 0. This is how the first question will be solved. Now moving further to the next question we have here is, if z is equal to negative 3 negative I. Now we will understand some more things, that is, check. We already know that z is equal to a plus ib. Now this is our complex number. If I tell you what will be the conjugate of this complex number, z bar is called as conjugate of complex number z. How do you find out the conjugate? You have to just change this sign, so it will become a minus ib. Let's take few examples. I will give you z and you have to tell me what is z conjugate. Let's z be 3 plus 2i. So it will become 3 minus 2i. Very simple. Suppose it is minus 6 minus 5i. So it will become minus 6 plus 5i. Understand it very, very carefully. I am not changing the first sign. You cannot change this sign. Understand? Now, after this, suppose it is given root 3 plus 25i. What will it become? Root 3 minus 25i. Simple enough. From this, you have to remember this always. If I am asking you what is a real number in this, real number is this 3, negative 6, root 3. If I am asking you imaginary number, it means 2i, 5i, negative 25i. Like this, you have to remember this. Now, this is the concept of first complex number, second conjugate of z. What is the complex number? That is z bar. Now, the third thing we have to learn here is the mod of z. What is mod of z? When they are asking mod of z, what you have to do? You have to just do root of a square plus b square. That's it. If I have to find mod z in these questions, how will you find? Root of 3 square plus negative 2 square, it will become root of 9 plus 4, therefore root of 13. Simple. Here also root of negative 6 square plus 5 square, it will become 36 plus 25, it will be root of 3 plus 2 5, 61. Okay. Now here also root 3 square plus negative 25 square, it will become root 3 square is 3 plus 25 square is 625. So you will get 628. This is how you find the mod of z. Okay, this is the concept number 3. The fourth is very simple. If somebody asks us what is the real of z, we already know the real of z is like this. These three numbers are the real of z. If they ask us tell the imaginary number in the z, what will you say? These numbers, these three numbers are the imaginary, 2i, negative 2i, 5i and 25i. Very simple. Now we will solve the second question we have. If z is equal to negative 3 minus I, find real number of in that complex number, find the imaginary, find z bar and find mod of z. So, we will solve it one by one. If z is negative 3 minus I, so the real number is here is negative 3, simple. Imaginary number here is, we can say minus 1. Remember, if I have to tell you this thing again, see a plus ib, you can say your this a is real number and the b is your imaginary number. Remember this thing. Now check this. If I write here, this is done, this is done. Now z bar. How will I find z bar? Z bar is nothing but conjugate. How do you find the conjugate of negative 3 minus I? It will become minus 3 plus I. Very, very simple. Now finding the mod of z. How will you find mod of z? Under root of a square plus b square. A square is negative 3 square. B square is negative 1 square. It will become 3 square is 9 plus 1. Therefore, root of 10. Very simple. Now, moving further to the next question. Now, in question number 3, it is given I is equal to root of negative 1. This we already know. Show that x plus 1 plus I and x plus 1 minus I is equal to x square plus 2x plus 2. This we have to prove. Remember, this we already know, like how, see, it becomes very easy. If I will just rewrite it, I can write it as x plus 1 plus I multiply x plus 1 minus I. What will it become? It has become a plus b and a minus b. Very simple. Now what happens? See, I can write it here directly, a square minus b square. Very simple. Now you can apply this identity. What is a here? X plus 1. So you can write here x plus 1 ka whole square minus b is I whole square, and you can write here x plus 1 whole square. If we expand, x square plus 2x plus 1. Now minus I square is negative 1, negative 1. So you can write here x square plus 2x plus 1 plus 1, that is x square plus 2x plus 2. Therefore, hence proved. Very simple. Now we will see the question number 4. Now we will solve the question number 4. See, before understanding about question number 4, how it functions, we have to understand a very small thing about complex number, that is, see, if the complex number is given in a plus ib form, what we can do here, see, suppose there are two complex numbers, say z1. Suppose there are two complex numbers z1 and z2. Both will be in a plus ib form. Suppose it is given here x plus 2i and it is given here 4 plus yi. I is compulsory, that we know. Real and imaginary are compulsory, this they have to give. Now understand this thing. If they say, if z1 is equal to z2 is mentioned, then you can say that x plus 2i is equal to 4 plus yi. And what we can do here is, now comes the best part, you can equate the both the real numbers. So it will become x is equal to 4, and then we can equate both the imaginary numbers, that is 2i is equal to yi, and the value of y will become 2. Understand this part. It is very, very important and will be useful in most of the questions. Now let's suppose we'll take another example. Say here we have 2x plus 5i, and here we have 10 plus yi. Okay, so what will happen? We can say connect 2x and 10, so it will become x 2x is equal to 10, so x is equal to 5, and this 5i is equal to 5i is equal to yi. therefore y is equal to 5. Understand thing, we can match it very easily if it is given that two complex numbers are equal. Now coming back to our question, it has been given here that you have to find the real values of x and y if 2y plus 3x minus y of I is equal to 5 minus 2i. That has been given, but remember this, if it is given in this form that it is a plus I and b is given, and here also a minus I and some number is also given here. It might not be a and b, but if it is given in this form, then only we can replace it. Okay, now we have to find the value of that. So the value could be found as, we will put 2y and this 5 is equal to, so you can say 2y is equal to 5, therefore y is equal to 5 by 2. Now putting 3x minus y is equal to minus 2. So y we already know, 5 by 2, 3x minus 5 by 2 is equal to minus 2, 3x is equal to minus 2 plus 5 by 2. It can be said it will become minus 4 plus 5 by 2, 3x, and x will become 1 by 2, so x will become 1 by 6. This is the value for your x and y. Like this we will also solve the next part. Next part given here is, be very careful, it is given 3x minus 1 plus root 3 plus 2y I is equal to 5. See now, if it is given 5 here, so I can say it is here plus 0i. It is same as that only, it will become 0 only. Just for our purpose I have written it 0i. Okay. Now let's understand. It means 3x minus 1 is nothing but 5. So I can write 3x minus 1 is equal to 5. 3x is equal to 5 plus 1. X is equal to, which is equal to here 6, x is equal to 6 by 3, that is 2. Simple. After this we can say root 3 plus 2y is equal to 0i. So root 3 plus 2y is equal to 0. Now if I put this, so I can say 2y is equal to negative root 3 and y will be negative of root 3 by 2. This is the value of your y and value of your x. Very simple. Solving the third part of question number 4, we can say here. Now the third part is 3y minus 2 plus I 7 minus 2x is equal to 0. Now solving this, see if it is 0 I can write here 0 plus 0i also. It won't matter if I write 0i or any 0, we put any I, it doesn't matter if it is 0 here. Now we know that 3y minus 2 is real number, put is equal to 0, and this 7 minus 2x will be equal to this 0. So 7 minus 2x is equal to also 0. So it will become 7 is equal to 2x and x will be 7 by 2, that is x is equal to 3.5 also you can write, you can leave your answer here also. 3y will become is equal to 2 and y is equal to 2 by 3. This is our answer for question number 4. Now moving to the question number 5. Let's say we have z is equal to a plus ib. We have already learnt what is our z. Z is our complex number. Very good. If z is our complex number, the format of complex number will be obviously a plus ib. Now according to this, what is my real number? My real number for this is a and my imaginary number for this will be b. Very simple. What I have to prove? Now let's check. I have to prove that my real number should be z plus z bar by 2. It means they want to say that whenever I am solving this part, no, my answer should be a. Whenever I am solving this part, no, imaginary number, my answer should become b. How will it become? Let's check. For that first we have to calculate z bar. Z bar we already know, the conjugate of z, it will become a minus ib. We know that it is a plus ib here, so the conjugate will change the middle sign of ib, it will become minus ib. Now real number will become z plus z bar, so z is a plus ib plus what is z bar? a minus ib by 2, you will get a plus a will be 2a plus ib minus ib. It will be cut by 2, it will be left 2a by 2. Your answer will be a. So real of z, they are getting a, and hence proved that real z is already we found out this is a only. So therefore a is equal to a. We could prove that our real number of this z complex number is a only. Now check imaginary number of z. They want to say that when you solve imaginary number z minus z bar by 2i, your answer must be b only. It cannot be anything else. Okay, we will check z minus z bar, it means z was a plus ib. Z bar is a minus ib divided by 2i. A plus ib minus a plus ib is equal to 2i. So you can say here 2 of ib by 2i, it will become b, and that is what we had to prove, that our imaginary number is nothing but z minus z bar by 2i, hence proved. This is our solution. Understood? Now we will solve the question number 6. Now let's solve question number 6. What is happening here? Very simple. See, I multiply I, two numbers are getting multiplied, negative 5i and 1 by 8i. So I can write here negative 5 by 8 into I square. It is nothing but negative 5 by 8 into negative 1. So it will become 5 by 8. That's it. We have to convert this into a plus ib form. This is a, but there is no I left, so you can write it plus 0i. Now solving the second part, 5 and 5 will get cut, 5 and this 5 will get cut. Your answer will become minus 3 I square. It will become minus 3 into minus 1, it will be 3, and here is no I, so you can write here 0i. Now solving question number 7, how will we solve it? See, 1 minus I, will just open the bracket, 1 minus I minus 1 was inside, so it will become plus 1, minus of 6i, it will become 1 plus 1 is 2, minus I minus 6i, it will become minus of 7i, and this is your a plus ib form. Very simple. Now here what will it become? 1 by 5 plus 2 by 5 of I minus 4 minus 5 by 2 of I. Okay. So 1 by 5 minus 4, what will we say? We will bring the like terms together, okay, plus 2 by 5 I and minus 5 by 2 I. Solving this, 1 by 5 minus 4, it will become 1 minus 20 by 5 plus taking LCM of this, it will become 10, 5 2s are 10, 2 2s are 4i minus 2 5s are 10, 5 5s are 25i. Okay, now minus 19 by 5. Here 4 minus 25 will become minus 21, so minus 21i by 10. This is how we will convert any sum into a plus ib form. What they are saying is a plus ib, that one number should be real and another number should be imaginary. How it will become imaginary? It has I with it. Understood? Now we will solve the question number 8. How will we solve this? Just open the bracket. Negative root 3 into 2 root 3 we can do here. So negative root 3 multiply 2 root 3. First you have to multiply this with this number, then this with this number. We have already done it. Negative root 3 multiply minus I, it will become plus of root 3i. Then what will happen? Plus of negative root 2 plus, now what we are doing? See, this number we have to multiply with this, and this number we have to multiply it with this. So plus of minus 2 into 2 root 3, then minus 2 into I. Very simple. Now when we are solving it, 2 root 3 into root 3 will be 3. So minus 6 it will become. See how? This root 3 and root 3 will become 3, and there is already 2 given. So into 2 minus is there, 3 into 2 6. Very simple. Now negative 6 has come. After this plus root 3i, then plus root of negative 2 we can write as root 2i, and 2 root 3 is already there, so it will become 2 root 3 minus root of minus 2 is there. We all know that this can be converted as 2i into I, because root of negative 2 we already know that it is like root of negative 1 into 2, and we know that root of negative 1 is I, and this will remain only root 2. So we have written here root 2. Very simple. Now what will we do? Again solving it, minus root 2 I square we know it will become negative 1. After this 2, root 3 and root 2 it will become root 6 I, here also plus root 3 I, here also minus 6. So now I can say I square will become negative 1, so it will become plus root 2, then minus 6 plus root 3 I plus 2 root 6 I. Now be with me please. These both are the real numbers. So what we can write? We can write it as minus 6 plus root 2. Okay, very simple. Now which two numbers are left? These two numbers are left. Now writing this plus root 3 plus 2 root 6 I. Simple. Root 3 I can write here. Now minus 6 plus root 2 plus, if I want to take something common, I can say root 3i is common, it will become 1 plus 2 root 2, and that will be our answer. I is there. You can also shift root 3 inside, that is not a problem, and you can write it like this also. Now solving the second part of question number 8, we have here now solving the second part of question number 8, we have here negative 5 plus 3i whole square. If we want to rewrite it, we can rewrite the second question as 3i minus 5 whole square. One and the same thing only, minus 5 minus 5, 3i was positive, so I wrote 3i. Why I am writing like this? It will become a minus b whole square. If it is becoming a minus b whole square, it will become a square minus 2ab plus b square. Understood? Now it will become 9i square minus 2 5s are 10, 3s are 30i plus 25. 9i square means I square we all know it is negative 1 minus 30i plus 25. So minus 9 minus 30i plus 25, it will become 25 minus 9 is 16 minus 30i. This is what we wanted in the form of a plus ib, and our answer has finally come 16 minus 30i. This is our answer. Now we will solve the question number 9. It is given 1 by 2 plus 2i power 3. We can put here the identity. We know a plus b whole cube. What will it become? A cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. Now solving this, we can first write a is 1 by 2 and b is 2i. In this identity we are writing a plus b, a is 1 by 2 and b is 2i. Now solving it, a cube will become 1 by 2 cube, then b cube will become 2i plus 3 a square will be 1 by 2 whole square, b will be 2i plus 3 of a is 1 by 2, b is 2i whole square. Now 1 by 2 cube will become 1 by 8, it will become 8i cube plus 3 into 1 by 4 into 2i, this we can cancel and it will become here 2 plus 3 by 2 into 4i square, 2 and 4 can be cancelled and we can write here 2. Simple. Now 1 by 8 plus 8i cube. For this I will tell you the thing that what is I square, I cube and I power 4 and how you can apply it in the entire exercise. Understand this. We all know that what is I is equal to root of -1. I can say this is I power 1. Okay. If I ask you what is I power 0, I power 0 is 1. Anything power 0 is 1, we know that. Now, if we have I here, I square, what will it become? It will become -1. If it is I cube can be written as I square into I. We know I square is already -1, multiply I, so you can say it is -I. If I tell you what is I power 4, I power 4 can be written as I square into I square, and I square is -1 into -1, it will become 1. What we have to remember is these 5 things only. I power 1 is what? Negative root 1, root of -1. I square is -1, I power 3 is -I, then it will become 1. See what happens here is, I will just circle. Why we have to remember this? Because there might be a question which asks us to solve what is I power 200. Now how will we find I power 200? See, I'll tell you a trick here. What is the trick? If the power is multiple of 4, like suppose it is I power 4 is 1, so whatever power is given, just convert that power into I power 4 k plus something. How? See, if it is I power 200, I can say it will become I power 4 into 50. Very easy. I power 4 into 50 is nothing but 200, it means it is 1. Because there is no remainder, plus is nothing is here, and we know that I power 4 means 1 only, and when 1 is power 50, it will be, the answer will always be 1. Like this only, like if I power 4 we know it is 1, if I ask you what is I power 8, it is also 1. If I tell you I power 12, it is also 1. If I tell you I power 16, it is also 1. If the power is divisible by 4, then it is very easy. Then we can directly say the answer will be 1. When does the problem come? The problem comes when, if suppose the question says that find the I power 5. How will you find I power 5? You can say it I power 4 plus 1. Now see how will you solve it. If it is 4 plus 1, it means there is this remainder 1. Whatever is the remainder, just write it I power 1. This is your answer. Why? Because I power 4 will become 1 and the answer will be whatever is remainder. So it will be I power 1. Very easy, and I power 1 is nothing but root of -1. If I ask you what is I power 6, then what will you say? You will say I power 4 plus 2. It means I power 2. Why? Because I power 4 will convert into 1. What is remaining? I power 2. I power 2 is -1. I power 7, again I power 4 plus 3. So you can write here I power 3, that is -I. Understood this much part? Now one important thing what we have to understand here is that 1 by I is equal to -I. Please remember this, it will be very useful for our next few questions. This is how we are supposed to find what is the value for I. Like suppose we will do one more sum. I power say 21. What can I say? I power 4 into 5. This will become 20 plus 1. Remember this, you have to convert it into 4's table. If you can convert it, then there is no problem. I power 4 into 5 plus 1. You can directly write it as I power, what is here 1? Okay, write 1. Simple. Suppose here they are saying I power 201. So you can say I power 4 into 50 is 200. Then plus 1. It will become answer is I power 1. The only thing you have to remember is this thing, that I is negative root 1. Root of -1, then I square is -1. I cube is -I. I power 4 is 1. Now moving back to our question, we were doing question number 9, B part. Now 8I cube, I can say 8 of -I plus 3 by 2I plus 3 2s are 6, 6I square is nothing but -1. If I solve this, 1 by 8 minus 6 minus 8I plus 3 by 2I If I solve this, take the LCM for 8, 1 minus 6 8s are 48. Now take the LCM 2 minus 16i plus 3i. The answer will be minus 47 by 8. Minus 16 plus 3 minus 13, minus 13i by 2. This is how we are supposed to convert this into complex number a plus ib form. Now a minus b whole cube, what is the formula for this? A minus b cube, you can write as a cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b cube. Okay, a is equal to 5. Now a is equal to b, b is equal to 3i. Solving it, 5 cube minus 3 of a square 3i plus 3 is 5, b square is 3i whole square minus b is 3i cube. 5 cube is 125, 3 3s are 9, 9 into 5 5s are 25, 9 into 25 is 225i. Then 3i square, you can write 3 5s are 15, 15 into 9 is 135i square. Then minus 3 3s are 9 3s are 27, 27i cube. You can write here 125 minus 225i. Then y square we can write as plus 135 negative 1 minus 27. I cube can be written as negative I. Then 125 minus 135 we can write here because these are the like terms. Like terms means that they don't have any other variable with them, no, so you can directly write that is equal to 125 minus 135 minus 225i plus 27i. It will become minus 10 minus 198i, and this will be your final answer. Now these were the first 9 questions. Rest of the questions we will solve in the next part. Thank you so much.